And we are live. Once again, this is the SS Podcast, doing our first show not live on radio. How are you doing, Aiden?
I'm doing good, just finishing off first year here, finishing off our last RTA exam of the semester. Feels good to be done. Went by really fast, and like we said in our last live show, you'll definitely hear more of the SS Podcast now, and here you go, more exclusive content coming at you.
Yeah, we'll do a lot of playoffs today. Maybe a little Raptors because they had a huge win last night.
Yeah.
So what do you want to start with? You want to start with the Leafs? You want to start with the Raptors?
I guess we can start with the Raptors because it's right on the top of our heads, I guess. I didn't watch the game.
Neither
but
did I.
I heard that it was a blowout. I think they won by 30 points.
Yeah, they won. I think it was
111 or something.
111. I can check.
80 something. 111, 80 something.
Yeah, it was a massive blowout. Quite a huge game. He put up 30 points.
Yeah.
4 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals.
Big bounce back game from Kyle Lowry as well.
Lowry put up points for the
22
first
points.
time.
He played well.
Yeah, they dominated Orlando. It was really no contest.
I mean, it's what everyone expected them to do in game 1, but it just never happened. They never pulled away with the game. It was always a tight game, and I think they were winning in the fourth quarter, but then they just blew it within the last, I think, 2 minutes. Orlando just took it right from them, and so they didn't get lucky in the last couple of minutes there, but they played a great entire game yesterday. I watched a bit of the first half, but that was it. But yeah, they look good, and the fans were into it as well, and I think they really fed off of that. So it's a good playoff atmosphere for the Raptors and for the Leafs.
Yeah, they really took it in the third quarter last night. I'm looking at the box score.
Yeah.
Because again, I was studying for our exam this morning. They put up 39 in the third alone, that's a
crazy,
big quarter.
Did you hear what happened in the Clippers and Warriors game?
That was one of the greatest comebacks of all time.
Yeah, I think they scored 50-something points, right, in that quarter?
Yeah, they put up 49,
yeah.
I think, something like that.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
That was crazy.
And tough one for Cousins. He's out.
Boogie tore his quad.
Yeah, that's really tough.
Should know more tomorrow, I think. They're doing the MRI. Did they do MRIs? Yeah.
Yeah, they're doing one. But yeah, they're pretty... Or actually, I don't know. I think they might have announced that he did tear his quad.
They announced that he did, but they don't know the severity.
Oh, right.
So they don't know if it'll require surgery or if it'll require rehab or what he has to go through.
Safe to say he won't be back for the rest of the playoffs, though.
Yeah, he's done for the playoffs. And really rough because he's a free agent.
Yeah, only signed that 1-year contract with Golden State. Yeah, that's a big loss for them, I guess, especially when KD might not be back as well.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, isn't he's a free agent, right?
Free agent? I thought you were talking about an injury.
Oh, yeah.
KD. And I think Clay's coming up, too, maybe.
Yeah, in a bit, yeah.
Might be this offseason.
I don't know if it's this offseason. That would be pretty crazy, though. I could be wrong about that, but I know definitely KD is up, and he might be going, I don't know, there's been talks about, the Knicks or the Lakers, right? So
he's not going to the Lakers.
Don't think so?
No.
Did you see LeBron talking to him in that game between...
LeBron talks to everyone. Although, I don't know if you remember the fantasy teams. Or not fantasy, all-star teams.
Yeah. The draft?
Yeah, every player he chose was going into free agency.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I guess that we can't really talk much about the Raptors realistically because we haven't been able to watch it because exams.
Exactly.
Which I finished this morning. I don't know if you have any more.
I have one more on the 26th. Oh, you're done.
Yeah,
Good
I'm
for
done.
You. Good job.
That was my last one, so I'm free for the summer.
I mean, I got a week off basically. Mine's on next Friday.
So the last day of exams?
Exactly, the very last day, which kind of sucks, but I can't complain because Avengers Endgame comes out that day as well. So I think that's 9 days away now. Countdown to Endgame, and don't spoil the Endgame as well. I don't know if you saw the Russo brothers. They sent out a message saying, "Hey, everybody who's an Avengers fan, do not spoil the ending for other fans. It's just they want to make it as special as possible, and they don't want to give up any spoilers at all." So
yeah. So you want to just move on to hockey because that's really all we want to talk about?
Yeah.
All right.
Just Leafs first? Leafs?
I guess we can go from one Toronto team to another.
Yeah. The
Leafs,
transitions.
Bruins. Start with. Do you want to start with Saturday?
We can start with game 1.
Game 1? Oh, yeah, that was that night, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we'll start with game 1, which that was a really good game played by the Leafs.
I was impressed. I was so impressed with how they played. I thought that it was a completely different team than what we saw in the regular season.
Yeah, it was again, it was not really completely different, but maybe
Just their playing style, I mean.
I guess they ran circles around Boston.
Yeah.
Boston, Chara looked exposed. He couldn't do anything.
Mhm.
He's really showing how slow he is.
Yeah, I mean their entire defensive core didn't really look too good. Like the Leafs just got the pucks in deep on them, and their forecheck was pretty darn good. I liked Hyman's game. Marner was obviously the MVP of that game, getting that first goal, or like the Leafs' first goal, and then capitalizing shorthanded on the penalty shot. That was the play of the game, in my opinion. That completely turned the tide. If he doesn't score that, then you never know what happens.
Yeah, it was a really stupid play by DeBrusque.
Yeah,
I think it was DeBrusque, right?
It was DeBrusque.
Why would you do that?
DeBrusque is just stupid in general. He's just a dumb player.
Yeah, not only do you risk injuring Marner, you also that means like Marner's going to go in with his skates up into your goalie.
Yeah, and then DeBrusque ends up flying into the boards himself and basically injuring himself.
Head first into the boards, which he probably got concussed on.
Yeah.
And then probably had it get worse in the Kadri incident.
Mm-hmm, which we will talk about.
But he's still playing.
Yeah, that sucks. I'm kind of disappointed that. I guess we'll get into all that Kadri DeBrusque stuff later, but and I'll share my opinion on that. But going back to game 1, Kadri had a sick pass to Nylander as well.
That was a really nice pass.
And I mean, Nylander hasn't been playing well all season, really. Or he's been playing well, I guess, but it's not showing up on the scoreboard. He hasn't been able to put the puck in the net. So I'm glad that he was able to do that on the breakaway, going 5-hole on Rask, and that basically sealed the deal in game 1. I guess moving on to game 2 now.
Yeah, I was just going to add, Rask did not look good in game 1.
Yeah.
He looked really bad, and Freddie looked really good.
Yeah, right off the bat, you could see that, Rask, I don't know if you watched, the first 5 minutes of that game, but Rask he couldn't handle the puck. Even when the puck came at him, in trying to make a save, he did not look good. He was very shaky. So that was just a really bad sign. And the Leafs, what I was kind of frustrated about was the Leafs weren't peppering him with shots early on. After seeing that, after seeing him struggle a bit with the shots that he did face, they should have got a lot more shots. Luckily, they came out with a win in that one. Game 2, they didn't get a lot of shots on net, and that's kind of what hurt them. They gotta get a lot of shots on Rask.
Yeah, he's been struggling a lot. But in game 2, the Leafs really got bullied. They got beat up really bad. Muzzin got cut by Pasternak on that hit.
Dermott got elbowed by
Dermott probably
DeBrusque.
broke his nose.
Yeah.
And then DeBrusque knee-on-knee with Kadri. It was just a violent, violent game.
Jake Muzzin has looked really good.
Jake Muzzin has looked really good. And he's made Nikita Zaitsev look really good.
Yeah, I know.
They've been a great shutdown pair against
Surprisingly,
Boston.
you wouldn't think that Zaitsev could turn it around, but Babcock did a good job putting him with Muzzin. Muzzin had a huge hit on Torrey Krug as well.
That was a big hit,
I know.
And he is definitely concussed.
Yeah, even though he's playing.
There's no way he
playing.
doesn't have a head injury.
He's got to have some symptoms, but obviously he's good enough to play. They're not going to let him play if he has a concussion.
Really?
No, I don't think they're allowed to. They're not allowed to play with a concussion.
Not Muzzin.
The NHL wouldn't let that happen.
Hedman played in game 1 and 2 probably with a concussion. And then he missed game 3 and 4 with it.
The
NHL doesn't care about concussions in the playoffs. They don't care about injuries.
They do, because if you listen to the broadcast in game 3, right? When Tavares went in to hit he didn't hit him, but he skated into Rask after getting pushed by a defenseman or something. And they were saying on the broadcast that the NHL might look into it and say that, oh, the Bruins got to take Rask out of the game because he has to go into concussion protocol.
Yeah. They were debating whether or not he would be put into concussion protocol, but of course he didn't, even though he probably should have, because that was a violent hit.
Yeah. Right on his head.
In Game 3.
Yeah, that was Game 3.
But back to Game 2, it was what you expected Boston to do the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
And what they haven't done, which has sort of surprised me, and it doesn't appear like they're going to do it again tonight because Backes? I think Backes is coming out of the lineup.
He's out, yeah.
Which,
because Johansson's back.
Yeah, but you'd think if they were going to play run and gun bullying, they'd pull one of the fourth liners and throw Backes on the fourth line.
Yeah. I mean, I don't mind it. I like it. I think the Backes added, like, not so much the physicality I enjoy about Backes, but, like, the leadership and stuff, the experience that he has that he'll bring to the Bruins bench. That obviously, since he's out of the lineup, it takes that away from the Bruins a bit. And Johansson coming back, I think he was sick for a couple days, so
yeah, I think he was
it's not like
sick.
he lost any.
He was sick.
It's not like he's injured. So
he probably is injured. Or he had concussion symptoms, and they called it him being sick.
Maybe.
It's 90% of the time it's a concussion.
That third line just still doesn't scare me. Even with Backes on it, it didn't scare me at all.
Even with Johansson on it doesn't.
It doesn't, yeah. Because Johansson, he's more of like a playmaker, right? And Charlie Coyle did score. I think he scored twice.
Yeah,
in this
got
series.
a couple goals.
Yeah, but no, it still doesn't scare me. Yeah. Speaking of the Kadri thing, now I guess.
Yeah, you want to get to Game 3?
Yeah, Game 3, or no, Game 2. It happened in Game 2, so.
Oh yeah, Game 2.
Yeah.
What did you think? Do you think it deserved the? Well, we can talk about the suspension after, but why? Like, what do you think went through his head when he did that?
I mean, obviously, throughout the game, him and DeBrusk were going at it, so that has something to do with it for sure. It wasn't just he got mad at a player for hitting Patrick Marleau. And if it was a different player, if it wasn't DeBrusk, he wouldn't be going after him, in my opinion.
Yeah, probably not. He probably would have just, like, as Dangle said, I don't know if you listen to the podcast, he said, and I think he said it in his LFR as well, why didn't he just go and drop the gloves?
Yeah, that's what I was hearing a lot of too.
Like, you're allowed to punch a guy in the face, but you're not allowed to hit him in the head with your stick, which there really isn't a difference in the long run. A fist compared to a stick, like a fist multiple times compared to a stick once.
Mm-hmm.
He's
done that before, though, Kadri.
He has?
They showed a clip of him against, like, it was Detroit in one of his first years in the NHL. I think it was Clendening. He did the exact same thing, too. Okay. So that was kind of surprising to me, but, like, I don't know. It was just in the moment. Like, I don't think Kadri meant to hurt DeBrusk.
Oh, he meant to hurt him.
I don't know.
He went right for the head.
I mean, yeah, okay, he went right for the head, but I don't think he wanted to have it like be such a big deal and get suspended. Like, I don't think he really wanted to hurt him that badly.
Well, no, he saw the red mist, and he just couldn't control.
He just went off. Yeah. Another thing to this whole thing is, I don't think Kadri would have gotten as many okay, Kadri got suspended for the remainder of the series. So yeah. I'm okay with that. I don't think that's I don't think that's bad.
No, it's
fair.
It was a fair suspension. Like, there were people on Twitter, like Bruins fans upset, Leafs fans upset.
Well, yeah, I was actually on Twitter like a lot.
You were on Twitter
throughout that, and like people are crazy. They say some dumb stuff.
Dude, Twitter is a tire fire during the playoffs.
Yeah.
It is
but, like,
cancer.
They don't... Okay, like, even as... Like, I'm a Leafs fan, but I know that DeBrusk, Neon Kadri, that's not... You can't suspend him for that. You can look into it as much... You can look into it as much as you can and say that DeBrusk stuck his knee out, but there's no clear proof that he did.
There were some really, really compelling screenshots of it.
Yeah, screenshots. I don't know.
But that's how they decide, right?
I don't know, man.
I thought he could have gotten.
But
the game
there was
for
a lot of Leafs fans on Twitter pissed at DeBrusk for not
yeah.
getting suspended.
Yeah, he ran No, not Muzzin. He ran Dermott. He elbowed him in the face.
Yeah, no, yeah,
He
I know,
hit Mel-
I know
he
about
hit
that.
Not Marner. Marlowe in the back.
Yeah,
Into where the stanchion was. And if there was a stanchion, if Chara hadn't broken Pacioretty's neck, Marlowe probably would be in the hospital right now.
Yeah.
He went knee on knee with Kadri. Like, stuff was adding up. At what point do you just draw a line and say, you've done too much, you're gone for a game?
Yeah, I don't know.
Or at least fine the guy. Give him $5,000
Yeah, they could have done
fine.
that.
Which
The refs just let it get out of hand, though. It's on them. That suspension doesn't happen if the refs called some penalties in that game. But there was, I don't know how many there were called. Maybe like 2? I have no idea. Not many at all. And the right calls were definitely not made in that game.
So there was that DeBrusque-Kadri roughing double, coinciding minors, which
was dumb because Kadri did nothing.
Kadri
did nothing on that play.
Yeah, Kadri just got punched in the face and thrown around, and he got penalized for it. Then there was the Pasternak charge on Muzzin. Gauthier got roughing for retaliatory stuff. Chara got a delay of game. Kadri got another penalty for hooking. Okay. Krejci got a roughing penalty. Kadri got a 5-minute cross-checking and a 10-minute misconduct. So that was not an ideal game for Kadri.
No. And I feel bad for Kadri because I like him as a player. I mean, he's got a hell of a contract too, for playing third line center and being a 30-goal scorer. Like not this year, but in the year before, a 30-goal scorer on the third line for what, 4.5 mil or four flat? I don't know what it is.
I think it's 4.5 and Riley's around 5.
Yeah, I always get confused with those guys.
Because those are the Lamoriello contracts that were signed.
Yeah, and what are your thoughts on not everyone, but some people saying that Kadri played his last game as a Leaf?
I think if they get eliminated, there's a very real possibility. Because realistically, Kadri is getting up there in age. He's late 20s?
Yeah, he's turning 30.
Yeah, late 20s, about to turn 30. He's going to start declining soon. He has absolutely zero control over himself when he gets mad. He's done this twice in a row, in separate playoffs. You could get really good assets for him because he's a good player and a good contract. Pick up a right-hand D for him. Sign a UFA. I don't know. Who do you want to bring in? Trade him sign Brassard.
Sign Marner. Just sign Marner first.
Sign Marner. Put Willie in the middle. You got tons of wing depth. Bring Bracco up. Fills your third slot right wing. Or
it really
might be capping. No. Yeah, fills your third slot right wing. You got a ton of options.
Yeah, I mean, it really depends on how they do this season, I think. Because if you get past Boston, then Kadri comes back and he's playing good and he's a big part of your run, your long run.
Yeah.
Then they're not gonna move him for that hit in the first round. Kadri's just gotta learn, and also it is kind of on the coaches to really calm him down.
That's the thing. In Game 2, you saw Babcock trying to calm him down.
Yeah, I saw that.
And it just didn't work. He didn't
calm him down some more. Sit him down.
To do?
Yell at him. Sit him down and say, buddy, don't get suspended. Tell him that. You're gonna get suspended if you keep acting like this.
He's a 29-year-old. How much more learning can he do?
I just don't see Kadri being that kind of guy that would try to hit guys.
He is, though.
I know, which is hard to believe. It's hard to believe.
I guess I see it in him. A lot of people were attributing all this negative energy towards racism, towards Kadri.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, I saw people throwing that out. Which, maybe some Boston fans were calling him really messed up names and stuff, but none of the Leafs fans want him gone. That's just stupid Boston fans.
Yeah.
Which, look, he is who he is. If he doesn't fit on this team, he doesn't fit on this team, and you ship him out. He's a leader in the locker room, yes, but at what point do you draw a line saying, yes, he's a leader, but is he teaching these guys the right stuff?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Well, I guess we should move on to Game 3.
Amazing game.
Which Leafs dominated that. Or not really dominated. It was really back and forth.
It was. Yeah, scoreless first period. And then Trevor Moore scored a big goal.
Yeah, big fourth line, first playoff goal.
Yeah, Tyler Ennis, that entire fourth line played pretty darn well.
Yeah.
Ennis had to step up for Kadri, and I mean, I like Trevor Moore and Tyler Ennis on the wings. That's like a really good fourth line. The Leafs probably have one of the best fourth lines in the league.
I was going to say that's probably the best fourth line in the league if you take Gauthier out.
Maybe, well, a lot of people are saying that the Islanders have a good fourth line. Cizikas, Matt Martin, and Cal Clutterbuck. That's a pretty darn good fourth line as well.
It's a good fourth line if you want to beat some guys up.
I guess.
Maybe not in terms of skill.
They got pressure. They have a really good forecheck though.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm watching.
All they
a lot
do
of
is
them.
hit.
Yeah. I mean, Cizikas can do a bit of both though, and yeah, Clutterbuck as well. I guess Martin's more the goon, or he's a nicer goon.
A nicer goon. Is there such a thing?
Like I don't know. Yeah, I guess there isn't really such a thing. He's not a goon, but he hits, and his hits are clean. That's the nicer goon status.
That's a nicer goon status.
Yeah, he hits, but they're clean, and not like Kadri. Doesn't get suspended.
Yeah, and then I guess we can transition to David Krejci's goal, assisted by DeBrusk and Kuhlman.
Yeah, right after Moore's goal.
It was like immediately after.
Yeah, so that kind of sucked the
life
out of the building. Yeah,
sucked the energy.
Yeah,
and then
sucked the life out of me too. I was depressed.
Oh man, and then you became undepressed when Matthews scored.
Oh boy, he always scores big goals in Game 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, Game 3 against Washington. That like bats out of midair, that goal, and then I was at Game 3 last year when he scored. Like short side on Rask, that was beautiful. I knew he was gonna score a big goal in Game 3. He just always does, and that's Selly, and like that was awesome.
Yeah, that was a good goal. Assisted on the power play.
Yeah, 12 seconds in.
Janssen has looked really good on. He made an instant impact, taking Kadri's spot.
Definitely.
Speaking of Janssen, he then promptly scored.
Yeah.
7 minutes later.
I was so surprised when that goal went in because I would never thought the Leafs would get a 2-goal lead.
Yeah, I know.
Like I was so happy. It's like, okay, they got it. They're running away with this now. I'm comfortable. No stress anymore. But then.
And then Charlie Coyle scored
yeah.
with, what is that, 38 seconds left?
Yeah, less than a minute left. God.
38 seconds left. Put game within reach, 3-2, and put every Leafs fan into anxiety mode because this team cannot defend a lead.
Yeah.
Until they did in Game 3.
I knew heading into the third it was going to be super stressful. That period, and I know Tyler was texting me. He's just like, "I'm gonna pass out." Like this, but like after they won, like he was going off. Like he was so happy, and I was like, so excited. Like that was a big win at home.
That was a big win. Yeah, I'll give it to the Leafs. They really clutched that up.
Yeah,
those were some insane blocks by Marner.
Yeah, Marner, and
he put his body on the line.
Freddie played amazing. That save on DeBrusk with the knob of his stick was crazy. 34 saves, 36 shots against, 944 save percentage. Second star. Yeah, he's been a rock back there.
He has been unbelievable. Especially in Game 2. Game 2, he had like 4 diving glove hand saves.
Yeah.
He has kept us in this series, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
If it weren't for Freddie,
we'd be in trouble.
We'd be in big trouble.
And that's what we said heading into it. Freddie's got to play well, and he's lived up to it. He's been amazing.
I think that break that we gave him just before the last 2 against Montreal, Tampa, really helped. I think that gave him a ton of energy.
Yeah, even though he didn't play too well against Montreal, but yeah, or even just the week break basically in between the Montreal and Boston game, he just needed some rest, and I'm happy for him. And I know he said that he didn't like the ice in Boston.
Yeah, I saw that as well.
So hopefully he only has to go back there one more time.
Yeah, Games 5 or Game 6 back in Toronto. Which, do you think the Leafs win tonight?
Jeez, man. I mean, I don't know. Like, it's tough. It's tough because I got a bit of bias since I am a Leafs fan. I know Boston's gonna come out really hungry for a win because it's basically a must-win for them. They don't want to go down 3-1.
Yeah. This is a must-win game.
Looking at years past, when the Leafs had a 2-1 lead against the Caps, they lost Game 4 at home. So I don't know. Basing it off of that, they didn't look too good in that game, but that's 2 years ago. You can't really.
That's 2 years ago with
exactly
what, half the
a
team
bunch
being
of
rookies?
kids. Yeah. It definitely, there's something different in the air right now with the Leafs.
They look good.
I know. Yeah, I think they can win tonight. I honestly believe that they can win tonight if they played like how they did in Game 1 and in Game 3. But Boston's going to come out really hard, and you have to be able to shut them down. And they got Johansson back. They got Moore back on the back end as well. John Moore, he's coming back.
Yeah, I was just looking at the injuries. Kevin Miller, Connor Clifton are still day-to-day, and so is Sean Corrali.
Yeah, thank God. The Leafs would be in trouble.
I don't know if Sean Corrali will be able to play in this series because he has a fractured hand.
Yeah, I mean, I know there were talks about him coming back for this game. So if he's not,
really,
then, yeah. So if he's
fractured
not, then,
hand, who comes out?
I mean, probably Nordstrom, and then you move. I guess you move Achari to the wing, or you put Corrali on the wing. Corrali is a center, but you maybe put him on the wing. He'd be a really good winger.
Has him listed on the score as a left winger.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he was a center. Maybe I'm wrong.
So maybe he fits in fourth line left wing to replace
Nordstrom, yeah.
Nordstrom?
That would be perfect.
That would be really good for them.
He's a spark plug for them. So I'm glad the Leafs haven't been able to, or I'm glad that he's been out.
Yeah, 19 hours ago, apparently he is not ready.
Okay, good.
Not ready yet.
Yeah.
So
I wouldn't be surprised to see him back for Game 5 though, in Boston.
Yeah. Maybe.
Like, he'll be back soon. So this game is actually really big for the Leafs.
If they take this game, I think they have a really, really good shot at taking it either in Game 5.
They should.
Or Game 6.
Yeah. Yeah, Game 5 will be really tough in Boston. That'd be insane if they could win it there. But yeah, definitely Game 6. I mean, you'll have 3 chances to win the series. So.
And this is the healthiest you'll ever be.
Yeah.
Like, Leafs, the only injury on the Leafs report is Nathan Horton. Which, yes, we still have him.
Could use him.
Maybe.
His playoff heroics.
He just needs to be in a back brace. But, yeah. Meanwhile, again, Clifton, Miller, and Corrali, and Vakanainen. I think it's Vakanainen.
Not sure.
He's out with a concussion. He's on the IR, that is not good for a concussion. But yeah, right now the betting odds have Toronto on top. So
never know.
We'll see what happens. CBC, 7 o'clock. Should be a good game. I'm expecting a lot from the Leafs.
Yeah, I really hope they come out flying tonight.
I hope they come out flying a lot more than Tampa did.
Yeah.
Because they got eliminated last night by the Columbus Blue Jackets.
Man, that really screwed up a lot of people's brackets.
I think that ruined everybody's bracket because I checked last.
Oh, did you? I haven't checked yet.
I checked last night, and I don't think there's one person who has a correct bracket anymore.
Ah.
I'd have to check again because maybe it didn't update.
Yeah, that could be right.
Because a lot of people took Tampa over Columbus and the Islanders over Pittsburgh, or not? No, Pittsburgh over the Islanders, which I think we both did, right?
I was considering picking the Islanders because, like, the Penguins haven't been playing well all season. And it didn't really feel like they could do anything in this playoff run. Like, I didn't feel like it was a championship year for them. And the Islanders have been, I mean, they didn't have the hottest end to their season, but they have a good team, and obviously they swept the Penguins. So the Penguins just didn't look good. Crosby, he was awful. Their defense was bad. Murray played okay, in my opinion. Like, everyone's blaming Murray, but no, Murray was fine. Yeah, their back end wasn't too good. Like, Branson and Johnson, like, they weren't too good. Letang should have stepped up.
We already knew that Pittsburgh's back line was terrible, though. or not backline, deep pairings.
Yeah.
Because, when you put Goodbranson and Johnson on a line together.
Goodbranson looked good since he's come over, though. Like, he's been okay, yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, in this series, and he did score. He did? In game 2, I believe.
Huh. I haven't been following the playoffs at all because I had back-to-back exams yesterday and today within 18 hours of each other because for some reason they thought that was a good idea. But
now you can just enjoy the rest of the playoffs.
Yeah, now I get to watch the rest of the playoffs. All the best hockey that doesn't include Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
Because they got murdered 7-3 last night, which I assume
4-3. 4-3. It was basically 4-3, but 3 empty netters.
3 empty netters?
Yeah.
That's what I was going to say. I assume they were all empty netters.
Yeah.
They just got beat.
It was hilarious watching that because, even after the Jackets scored the 5-3 goal in the empty net, Cooper pulls the goalie again. I'm just laughing. Like, he's still trying, and then they score again.
Yeah.
And then he pulls it again. And then he pulls him again. I was just dying.
Duchesne scored with 9 seconds left.
Yeah.
That's just rude at that point.
I know.
And did you see Panarin in the handshake line?
Yeah.
With Kucherov?
Mm-hmm.
That was why are you doing that, buddy?
Yeah, Panarin went in for like a bro shake, I guess, or I don't know what maybe they have like a handshake that they do. And Kucherov was just having none of it.
Yeah,
he was just like, nah, straight face. Like, he's obviously disappointed. Like, President's Trophy team, he just got swept, and Panarin's just there with a big smile on his face and asking for a hug and stuff, and Kucherov is like, nah, man.
What does Tampa do now?
I mean, I was listening to Cooper in his like post-game conference yesterday, and like I felt really bad for him. Like, he couldn't really say anything. Like, he was asked that question. He was asked like what's going to happen in the off season. Like, what do you want this team to be split up? Like, what do you think went wrong? And I mean, it's really tough to say because you weren't expecting this at all for the Lightning. You thought that they were going to have a very long playoff run. They had a historic regular season, 62 wins, and they had a historic postseason now. They being the first President's Trophy team to be swept in round 1 ever, I think.
I don't know. I didn't see that stat.
Something like that. It's been, I mean, and they sent out a statement to their fans apologizing as well.
I have that actually. If
that's
I can read it. Let me just open it.
Yeah, sure. That was. I've never seen a team have to like apologize.
Yeah, so
in that way.
This is the statement they made on Twitter, probably to avoid for their social media manager or whoever manages their Twitter to avoid the abuse that would come their way, which probably didn't happen. But it states, "We don't have any words, and we know you don't want to hear them. We understand your anger we understand your anger, your frustration, your sadness, everything you're feeling. We get it. This isn't the ending. This isn't the ending we imagined, and certainly not the one we wanted. Thank you for being." Oh, my thing's loading. Thank you. Sorry about that. Thank you for being there the entire way. And then it's just people ripping Tampa fans because it's just, I don't know how many comments they have right now. It's got 34,000 likes, 5,864 retweets, and 4,133 comments. That is pretty brutal. That is.
I would be in shock if I was the Lightning. I would feel like my team just gave up. Like, they didn't show up for really any game. Like, they showed up for the first period and a half of game 1, and they jumped out to a 3-0 lead, and then that was it. They just Kucherov just said, "Hey, I'm out.
Basically,
I don't know what happened. I don't know how a team that good, and I don't know if it was because Hedman was injured or Kucherov got suspended for that one game. I don't know if I don't think that has anything to do with it, because even without those guys, you should be able to beat Columbus. You've been winning 62 games all season long. You know how to win with this group, and they got Point, they got Stamkos, Palat. They have the best forward depth in the league. They have the best defensive core in the league, and they have the best goalie. How do you get swept?
Clearly, very easily. I was listening to the Staff and Graph podcast which is with Rachel Dory, who used to work for the Devils, I think it was.
Okay.
And then Ian Tulloch, who works for The Athletic. And they were talking about it. And they sort of blamed it on, they never faced adversity. Because throughout the season...
They weren't playing for anything.
They weren't playing for anything. And they never tried anything new. They only... you shut down the neutral zone, and that was their entire game. And I think that's what Columbus did.
Yeah, I mean, John Cooper, he didn't really have to do any coaching.
Yeah.
I think at some point he just said, I just let my guys play, in the season, which...
You have to keep trying new stuff, which is what Babcock did, which everyone hated.
Yeah.
And then only now realize, actually, it's kind of helpful.
Did they make any moves at the deadline?
They did not.
Yeah, I don't think they did.
They didn't.
I don't know if that's...
What is there to add?
I know, but even when you're in first place, any Stanley Cup winner makes moves at the deadline normally. So I don't know if that kind of affected their play, not knowing that, okay, maybe our GM thinks that we're good enough already, he's not going to try to improve it because you can't really do anything to improve it. But as a player, I would think you'd want an improvement to your team no matter what.
Yeah, Chris Johnson just tweeted, Marcus Johansson and John Moore will replace Carson Kuhlman and Steven Kampfer tonight.
You mean Clifton? It's probably Clifton.
He said Steven Kampfer.
Has he been playing? He's not playing. He's never played. He hasn't. Kuhlman's the forward who was on the second line. Kampfer, I don't think he's played in the series. He's probably got that wrong.
Has he? Johnson doesn't get much wrong.
I'll just check here.
Okay. Well, I can read the Pittsburgh statement while you do that. I just have to open it. Very, very similar to the Tampa Bay one, which you'd expect. So they tweeted, "Thank you, fans, for the passion, energy, and belief. You were there every step of the way, and your support means everything. We will regroup this offseason and look forward to a fresh start next season." So...
Kampfer played in game 3.
Okay. Yeah, Luke Fox just tweeted.
He played 11 minutes, so I guess he replaced Clifton. So, yeah, he'll come out. Moore will go in.
Yeah, Luke Fox just tweeted saying John Moore and Marcus Johansson are trending well per Cassidy and will probably draw in tonight, which could
probably
be big additions for him. But,
I mean...
Back to the other two Eastern Conference sweeps.
Yeah, sure.
It was a big deal.
Yeah.
You can't deny it.
What do the Penguins do now?
Kessel.
I mean, yeah, Kessel's gone. I think he's gone.
People saying Kessel might be gone.
Hornqvist, in my opinion, will be gone too.
Hornqvist.
I don't know if they'll be able to trade Letang because of his injury history.
Somebody will take Letang.
And I don't know if they'd want to because he's been such a good player for them for so many years.
I don't think they're going to blow it up yet.
They're definitely not blowing it up. They're not trading Crosby or Malkin. They're staying.
No.
I was listening to Sullivan as well, and he's saying that, our coaching staff has so much respect for these guys and stuff, and they've gone through it before. They won back-to-back Stanley Cups with this, basically the same group. And they still got a lot of guys who are young, like Rust and Gensel. Jake Gensel scored 40 goals this year, and he's got a good contract. I think he's making 5 flat.
Yeah, he's making around 5.
Yeah. And he just signed that, so that's good.
So you think you're going to dump Kessel and Hornqvist?
Yeah.
What do they pick up, though? Kessel back to the Leafs?
No. Other forwards, maybe defensemen. Maybe try and get younger. That's probably what they'll do. Patty Hornqvist has been a nice player for them. He hasn't been too good. He hasn't been too productive on the score sheet as much, but he's always a pest around the net. He's a good power forward, and he's worked well with Crosby as well. So it'll be tough to see him go as well. But their back ends, we keep saying back end, back line. No, back end's good. Back end's good. They still got Letang, Schultz. Marcus Pettersson looked good. They picked him up from Anaheim.
That was a bit of a steal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did they trade for him?
Daniel Sprong?
Oh, yeah, Sprong, right.
Yeah.
He hasn't worked out well at all.
He's still young. He's only 22, 23. So is Pettersson. Or Peterson.
Yeah. So yeah, he's been good. They have Ricola. I don't know if you heard of him, but he hasn't played, but he's in their AHL team. He's played a couple games in the NHL before, so he's been good. So that's a good part of their future defensive core. I'm probably forgetting some other guys, but they have pieces, and their forward core is not going to change too much, in my opinion, except for Kessel. I think Kessel will be definitely gone.
You think Kessel is 100% gone?
Yeah.
Even though he's on a really good contract.
Yeah, I think
he put up like 90 points.
I think he's gone. I think you need a shakeup. He's playing on the third line, too.
Do you think they try to pick up a goalie?
No. I don't think so. It'll be really hard to pick up a goalie as well. But no, like I said before, I don't think it's Matt Murray's fault.
You don't think it's Matt Murray's fault? You don't think he's like Martin Jones in San Jose, who has been
No.
abysmal?
Yeah, he's been awful. No, Matt Murray does not compare to him.
He's the reason San Jose is going to lose that series.
Isn't Dell playing? Dell's been in net, right? Or Jones has been pulled for 2 straight games?
I know Jones got pulled last night for Dell, which...
Mm-hmm. And the game before as well, then.
What is his issue?
Yeah. I mean, he's a backup goalie.
Martin Jones is a backup goalie.
Basically. At this point.
Same with Corey Schneider, then?
Yeah, of course.
Of course?
Yeah.
Okay. So you clearly don't rate Martin Jones very highly, even though he's had a decent track record in the past.
I mean, in the past. Like, he made it all the way to the Cup final against the Pens, and he had a terrific Stanley Cup final as well. The past couple of seasons, he hasn't been good, though.
You don't think it's just been a couple off seasons?
I don't know. Like, in my opinion, he was never really that clear number one goaltender. I don't know if he still is even. Like, I don't know if he can really be that number one guy on a team. Do I think San Jose should look at getting someone else? Yes. Especially after this run, you would expect them to go far with this team that they have in the forwards and their D-core with Carlson and Burns. You don't want that goalie to be, dropping you off a bit, right?
So what do you think they do this offseason then?
You got to find a replacement for Jones somehow.
And you got to figure out a replacement for Carlson.
Why? You don't think he's gonna sign?
I don't know if they have the cap.
Hasn't he signed? Carlson signed, right?
Erik Karlsson?
Did he?
I don't think so. Melker Karlsson,
I don't know,
maybe.
Man. Did Carlson sign Erik Karlsson?
I don't think so.
Ah.
I'm pretty sure he hasn't. I can check.
Oh, okay.
I'll check cap early.
Maybe not.
Stall.
Yeah, they got a good back end though. Carlson, Burns, Braun, Vlasic. They should be stopping or like limiting this Golden Knights offense, but they've been on a tear, and like Pacioretty's been a great pickup for them. Stone's been good ever since he came over from the Sens. Like Stastny's been good too on that line with Stone. They got some good pieces, and they could make it all the way to the Cup final as well.
You're talking about Vegas now.
Yeah, I'm talking about Vegas. Yeah.
I was distracted and looking at Carlson at $6.5 million and a UFA this
Definitely
summer.
not signed. Yeah, okay.
As well, other UFAs coming up are Joe Thornton, Gustav Nyquist, and Joe Pavelski. This is going to be a rough summer for them.
Man, that is right. They could blow it up. They might just blow it up now.
Logan Couture signed this extension 8x8.
That's okay.
At 30?
I don't mind that. $8 million at his age, that's okay. That's fair.
At 30?
Yeah, that's fair. He's a good player.
That's a lot at 30. That's more than Nylander's making.
You think Nylander's better than Couture?
I think Nylander's younger and could get.
Well, he's definitely younger, but
could get as good as Couture.
I don't know. And Couture's a center though too. You got to look at that.
That's true. Yeah, I guess. It's gonna be a rough off season for them.
Definitely.
They might have to blow it up
after an early exit because I think Vegas has the series in the bag now.
They do. What is it?
It's 2-1. 2-1 or 3-2. I think it's 2-1.
That's a little early to say.
It's 2-1.
Flower goes down and they're automatically.
But Vegas is hot. They're really hot.
What happens if Flower goes down?
Okay. Who would say that though? He's not gonna go down. He'll be fine.
Those are very, very famous last words. Just so you know. Flower goes down, they're in big trouble.
Well, yeah.
Another team.
If any team starting goaltender goes down, they're in trouble. If Freddie goes down, the Leafs are screwed.
Yeah, another team.
We'll have Michael Hutchison in net.
Or Garrett Sparks.
Yeah, as of right now, Hutchison.
Well, another team with a backup goalie as their starter, the Calgary Flames, are losing to the Colorado Avalanche.
And they might lose the series.
They might lose the series, and that would be a massive upset.
Yeah.
A lot of people had them going pretty deep.
Yeah, I had them going to the conference final.
I got them going maybe cup final?
Yeah, against the Leafs, right? You said that?
It was that or the Jets, which they also aren't looking very good,
yeah,
too.
Jets. Well, the Jets
it's
tied it.
tied.
They just won 2 games on the road, so that's big.
They won an OT, Kyle Connor.
Yeah.
It was pretty good tapping.
I guess.
Easy tapping. I don't know.
Easiest goal of his career right there.
Yeah. But tonight you got Preds Stars. Looks like
Stars have been surprisingly good. They've surprised me.
Preds are up on the series.
Yeah, I think the Preds will win still.
They have home ice. Odds are they'll take it. And then Calgary, Colorado. Flames have home ice tonight, I believe.
No, Colorado still has home ice. Game 4.
Colorado has home ice.
Yeah.
So does Dallas. What am I saying?
Mm-hmm.
So.
Cale Makar
looks like a huge addition to them. Another huge addition is the Russian guy that Vegas signed.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember.
Let me check.
Man,
what is his name?
It's Gusev?
It's something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
And Dell did come in for Jones.
Yeah.
He'll had 3. Jeez, that team is oof.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Vegas will have a big boost. I don't think he's played yet, but I don't know if he'll get into the lineup, but if he does, he's an elite scorer. He was an elite scorer in the KHL. So that'll be. I think it's Gusev. I'm pretty sure it's Gusev. Probably like Nikita Gusev or something.
Yeah, I can't find him.
Really?
Roster. Oh, here's his. You think it's Gusev? Where's Gusev? Nikita Gusev.
Yeah. Oh, there we go.
17.
Nikita.
Number 17. He's not 17. Played in Russia. He tore it up. I think he had most points, if I remember correctly. Gusev?
Who? He had what? The most points?
KHL.
Oh, did he?
Maybe. I think so. I might be completely making that up.
I don't know. That could be right.
Yeah, tonight should be good games. Really, really crucial game for Calgary if they want to have a chance in this series. Which I want them to go through because
Canada,
and I'm a Calgary fan.
Yeah, right.
Half Calgary fan. I go Calgary number 2 after Toronto. But again, it's going to be a big, big game. Another big game that happened last night. Or no, not last night. 2 nights ago. Oh, they got a 2-night break. That's pretty nice.
Who?
The Capitals and Hurricanes.
Capitals and Hurricanes.
Hurricanes beat the Caps 5-0, and Andrei Svechnikov got knocked out by Ovechkin. That was a brutal knockout.
Yeah, I feel really bad for Svechnikov, but he chose to fight. He chose to fight him. He's out tonight, right? He's out?
I would assume so.
Yeah.
They're not playing tonight.
Oh, sorry, yeah, tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
He's got a concussion, very obviously, and I doubt he plays again in the playoffs, and that is a huge loss for Carolina.
Yeah.
Because he was doing really, really well.
Yeah, and he's only a rookie, too. He's 19.
Yeah.
So. I mean, I guess if he were to get injured, it would be in a fight against one of the best
Ovechkin.
Russian players of all time.
One Russian facing off against
It's very
Russian.
unfortunate for him. He's been terrific this season. Yeah, and he's been, a top 6 forward for Carolina?
Yeah, he's been probably top 6.
Yeah.
Maybe not. He's been putting up a ton of goals, but I don't know if they have him in their top 6 yet.
Okay. Yeah, he scored some big goals, too.
Yeah.
That overtime winner against Montreal late in the season to get them into the playoffs. That was big.
Yeah, he's
good.
Very good player, and this really, really unfortunate injury.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, do we have anything else we want to talk about?
What's any other game, or there's nothing?
We talked about Dallas, Nashville, Winnipeg, St. Louis. Do you want to talk about that?
I mean, not really. That's fine.
Dallas, Calgary, New York sweep. No other hockey. We've talked all hockey. Baseball. Do we want to mention the 7-11 Jays?
7-11? No, they're making progress.
I think I saw
they won yesterday, right?
They
beat
won last
Minnesota. I guess Vladdy update. He's in AAA now.
Yeah.
Tearing it up in AAA, so he'll be up really soon. Maybe within the next week or something, he could be up. Because they can call him up now. Because I think it was last week was like the deadline for his contract thing. So yeah, they're free to call him up whenever, and they'll save a year of his contract. So
I thought you said May, but I might be wrong.
Yeah, I did say May earlier on, but it was like, yeah, I was wrong about that.
Okay. So yeah, they got the Twins tonight. Trent Thornton facing off against Jake Odorizzi.
Mm-hmm. Clay Buchholz?
He's
back.
Had a really good game.
He was great. Their rotation's insane.
Yeah, their starters are really good.
Yeah.
Shoemaker has been a very, very positive player for him.
Stroman has an ERA below 2.
Stroman's looked good. Sanchez has looked pretty decent.
And now Buchholz, he had a great start as well. And Trent Thornton has been, I think he's got an ERA over 4, but like he's a rookie and he's shown signs of being a good starter. So you never know. And also I think they're gonna get actually no, Barucki's on the 60-day.
Put on the 60-day, which hurts. That's a rough one. And Lourdes Gurriel Jr. got sent down.
Yeah.
Or option.
He's been struggling. So
probably sending him down to figure.
Yeah, he'll be back up soon.
I'd imagine.
Yeah.
Again, what's his name? Oh,
Freddie
Galvis.
Freddie Galvis.
He's had a great season.
Has he?
I think so.
Yeah.
He's hit really well.
I think that there might be some talks about them moving him though.
Really?
Yeah, I've heard some rumors.
That is not a surprise.
Yeah, well, definitely at the deadline if he's playing like this and he's and the Jays are looking to trade him, they'll find him a new destination.
Yeah, I feel like they're just gonna move out anyone who's playing well.
Yeah.
Freddie Galvis,
Smoke
Galvis.
might be next. I think Smoke could be next.
Smoke, really?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a bold one.
He's got a good contract, and he's not too old. He's like what, 32, 31?
Something like that, yeah.
And I don't think he's tearing it up. Like I don't think he's got the numbers right now this year.
He's batting .261.
That's okay.
OBP of
how many homers?
443. He has got
like 1 or 2.
12 hits, 2 home runs.
2 homers, yeah.
Freddie Galvis has a .328 average.
Wow.
22 hits, 5 home runs, 4 doubles, 9 runs, 11 RBI. He is putting up numbers.
Yeah. Okay.
He is putting this team on his back and running.
Yeah. I mean, it's not helping them out in the win column, but good in the hits column, yeah.
Yeah.
Man, the Jays had such a bad start. Like, they were getting no hit. In, 3 straight games.
And now Freddie Galvis is starting to hit.
Yeah, and Teoscar got a home run yesterday, too, so that's always a good sign. And
who was it that made that mistake yesterday?
That was Teoscar.
That was Teoscar? I thought so. That was really bad.
Yeah.
That was embarrassing.
I mean, it happened. I understand why it could happen, because Drury messed up. He was walking to first base, and as a runner, you see that, and you're like, okay, I'm just going to walk to second. So, I mean, it's both of their faults, I guess.
And then
it's also the first base coach's fault for not telling him. Yeah.
Yeah, that was. I didn't see it, but that just sounds really dumb.
Yeah.
It just sounds like, how do you make that mistake?
It's tough. Like in the moment, I guess it's tough.
It's just a bad baseball team, really.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Want to finish it off with TFC?
Sure.
For like 10 seconds.
All right.
We've been going for how long?
How
long have you been recording?
54 minutes. So it's kind of like an episode.
Basically an episode.
Yeah.
It's not bad. TFC lost against Seattle, who are probably the second best team in the league. Away, but they looked pretty good. Pozzuelo again looked strong.
He score anything?
Got an assist again.
Okay, that's good.
He is putting up numbers.
I bet, yeah.
He's got he's at least an assist per game.
Nice.
But they started calling Josie Altidore and Pozzuelo Josuelo?
True.
Josuelo.
Their ship name.
Yeah, which is
nice.
Really dumb, but they got Minnesota on Friday, same day as the Leafs game, which I will be missing.
Well, how could you do that?
Because I'm going to a TFC game.
Yeah, but the Leafs could clinch if they win tonight.
That's true.
Yeah. Are you gonna stream it?
Do you?
Is there Wi-Fi?
No.
Oh,
BMO Field? No,
Yeah.
BMO is really cheap. They don't give you Wi-Fi.
Yo, that's gonna be tough.
You can
I
barely
would
get
not
data service. I'm just gonna record.
I would skip it. You're gonna record? Yeah, I mean, definitely record it.
Keep my phone off. Won't check.
Is it a big TFC game? Like, is it?
It's Minnesota.
Are they good?
No. They're not bad. They're 3-2, 3-2-1, 6th in the Western Conference.
Yeah.
But they're.
I'm sure they'll show it. Like, if the Leafs are winning in the third, I'm sure they'll show it on the Jumbotron or something. So that'd be a cool experience.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have a feeling they'll probably end up doing it either in 6 or 7.
Yeah.
Actually, that's all they can do it in, can't they?
Well, they can do it in 5.
Oh, they could do it in 5, couldn't they?
Yeah.
And that's tonight. No,
that's Friday, buddy. That's what I said.
I think they're gonna do it.
That's
in
what
6.
I was just saying. That's my whole point. You're missing that.
I lost track of time. I think it's gonna be Game 6 that they do it. I hope it's Game 6.
I hope it's Game 5.
I hope it's Game 6 because I want to watch it.
No. If they have a chance to win in 5, they're gonna take it in 5. But if they make it, I'm gonna go down to the square for Game 6. I think, like, no matter what, I think Game 6 will be a good game to go to.
Yeah.
If we don't go tonight,
I might go tonight. I'm debating it. Maybe Sunday, Easter Sunday.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm just always thinking, like, can I picture them winning when I go to the square, or can I picture them winning at home? And, like, I got so many superstitions going on at this time of year.
Oh my god. You going to playoff beer? No.
I don't know. I mean,
I don't know. It's like 3 games in.
I'm not. Then I'm not. I don't remember the last time I shaved. I don't know. I don't remember.
Don't remember. Oh my god.
No, like the sideburn. I don't shave the stash. I don't shave the stash. But the sideburns, no. I'm probably gonna shave.
You're probably.
Dangle's been growing it out.
Yeah, he's very close to 100K actually.
Oh, he's very close. Imagine like right now.
I'll check. If it's like,
it's probably like 3. No, he's probably like 300 or something.
No, he was within 100 this morning.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got to pass it then. He's passed it.
I don't know. I'm checking now. Give me a second. I haven't seen a tweet from him yet, so I don't think he's done it yet. Sorry for this. This is really, really bad in terms of audio wise.
Okay. I got it.
You got it?
He's 60 away.
He's 60 away.
Oh, it's actually coming. Okay, we should wait.
Wait?
Yeah, sure.
That could take forever because this morning it was at like 30. You haven't even eaten breakfast yet.
If this was PewDiePie, it would just go up so fast.
If he had,
I could probably go to Tim's, come back, and he'd still be at 60 away.
You'd still be under 50.
Yeah, I mean he's close. He just needs what 57 more followers, more subscribers.
Yeah, he's close. So congratulations to Steve Dangle because before we do another episode, he'll probably pass it.
Yeah, definitely.
Congratulations on 100K. We're both fans, so shout out to you.
Yeah,
I don't know what we're going to do. Maybe if we go down the square, we might film it, like post some clips and stuff on YouTube.
Maybe. Yeah.
On the YouTube. We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
Really depends. As I drop my phone.
Do you know what time we booked at the suite? I haven't checked that. I don't know. It hasn't been 2 hours.
No, we booked it. It took us like 5 to 10 minutes to start footage. This is terrible for audio. They have no understanding of what we're talking about at all.
That's fine.
So yes, for people who don't know, who may not just have randomly found us on YouTube, we go to Ryerson and we use their suites and we have to book them out for a certain period of time.
Yeah,
if we go over that time,
it
costs us $10.
Yeah.
So we have to make sure.
Got to return the key.
Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, I'm Aiden Silliphant.
Yeah, I'm Connor Somerville.
SS Podcast. We've been doing it since February. So
yeah, we don't shout our stuff out enough.
Yeah, we should be doing that a lot more. But we do it sometimes at the end of the episodes, and at the top, I guess.
We gotta promote the YouTube channel more.
Yes, yeah, maybe. Yeah, that'd be a good idea. I posted the hype video.
Yeah, you posted the.
So I think that's been doing well. Hopefully.
I haven't checked.
And then I think that's caused a lot of people to go to our last podcast as well, because that's about the Leafs and the Bruins.
It's currently sitting at 20 views.
20 views.
It's more than our last podcast.
24 views if you click on it. It
Really?
doesn't update yet. 24 views.
Yeah, our most viewed podcast is sitting at 63.
Yeah, that was the best one.
Yeah, that was probably our best one.
Yeah, that was a good one.
And a report just came out that Crosby and Malkin are off limits in trades.
Yeah, obviously.
Which
that does not.
Oh,
I got that. I just got that. That does not surprise me at all.
Yeah, so check out the YouTube channel at the SS Podcast on YouTube. It's got our red ship logo. Also check out our Instagram page at the SS Podcast Live. Podcast?
SS Podcast Live.
The SS Podcast Live. I think we should just go by the SS Podcast from now on.
Oh, Dangle's losing subs. He just lost 4.
Oh, he did?
Oh, he's just gaining some now. Okay, back up. Man, could take... I'm going to say, like, in the next 2 hours, he'll do it.
2 hours?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's going up really slow, so...
Yeah.
We should just put it on our Instagrams right now. Just, like, help us get our guy to 100,000 subs while we're live. We're not live, but...
No, kind of. But yeah, check out our Instagram page because you do a lot of stuff on there.
Yeah, check that out.
But you need to share that link with me or that account with me.
Oh yeah, I know.
I can actually
just
post
give
stuff.
The password and the updates. I'm posting a lot of like the update stuff.
Yeah, you do updates for basically everything.
Yeah. Not you won't see us post too much now, just because we're not doing live shows anymore. And I'm not really up to making too many posts, but the story things are a lot easy to do because I can just literally click on a post and say add post to story, and there you go, you're notified. And also Connor is always on Twitter, so he knows a lot of insights. So I'm sure like if you get if I give you the password, you'll be posting a lot of updates. So
I can post a lot of stuff.
That'll be good.
Once I figure out how to use Photoshop.
No, just put it on like. Do you see what I did with the Kadri thing?
Yeah.
Just go on your story and just like type stuff. So.
Yeah, I can do that. So I'll probably be a lot more active on there. Once he shares the password with me, which probably later. But yeah, we want to have that grow even more than it already is. We're sitting at 43 followers, which isn't terrible.
Yeah, it's not bad.
All of which being your friends.
I got some supporters.
I got one friend of mine who's actually
You got to promote it more.
My friends just don't listen to me.
Just tell them to. Just go on their phones and just do it.
Go on their phones. They all don't live in the city.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they all live like on campus.
Oh, well, I mean, it's the end of year now, right?
Yeah. So I don't know. I got one buddy back who's whatever. So
anything else you want to talk about?
No, we should stop rambling about meaningless crap. I'm trying to get over an hour. Also, a positive on our YouTube channel is you don't post ads, do you?
I don't even know how to do that.
So there are no ads on there, so you can listen.
We ain't making any money.
Yeah, we're not making any money. That too. So check that out. Share it with your friends on social media. We had a Twitter, but nobody followed it, so I just closed it. If you want us to make one, DM the Instagram or DM us on Instagram. I got a blog which I don't write on. I could probably talk about, but
so
whatever.
Many plugs. Okay, I wanna end off with this. I wanna ask Connor, do you think that the Toronto Maple Leafs, if they get by Boston, do you think they have a legit shot at winning the Stanley Cup this year?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Any team has a legitimate shot.
Yeah.
All it takes is a hot goalie, which the Leafs really have right now.
Yeah. And I think every Stanley Cup winning team, you got to have some luck. So I think Tampa being eliminated now, that's a break for the Leafs.
Yeah.
If they can somehow break this curse in the Boston Bruins, then it's also a boost. So yeah, no more Boston, no more Tampa if they get through. Columbus will be hot.
Columbus will be hot and will be very well rested.
That might hurt them though.
Which
you never know. That could hurt them. Since they're hot, you don't want rest, right? So
yeah.
But I don't think we should get too far ahead of ourselves here. They got a game tonight.
That'll tell us a lot about where they're at, where Boston's at.
Yep.
And finally, before we stop and figure out what music we want to take ourselves out to,
Sure.
Which I can get on here, is the New York Red Bulls are in talks with Thierry Henry to become their next manager.
Oh.
You don't know who that is.
I do know who that is.
You do know who that is?
Yeah,
Wow.
he was the guy who in the World Cup he used his hand, right? And he had that that goal, right? It hit his hand and then he tapped it in. Yeah, it is.
No, that's Diego Maradona.
No, it's not.
What are you talking? No.
Yeah, that's Henry.
No.
Yes, it is.
What World Cup was this?
I don't know if it was a World Cup, but he played for France, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was definitely him. I'll search it up right now. I swear to God.
I don't remember this at all.
Thierry Henry.
Handball. What World Cup was this?
Yeah, handball versus Ireland.
Oh, it was that goal. I know what goal you're talking about.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he kept it in
and
play.
then he headed it in, right?
He kept it in play and then dished it off to somebody else who scored.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that now. Yeah.
Yep.
And actually, we should mention Ajax beat Juventus last night in the Champions League.
Oh, wow.
And Barcelona beat Manchester United.
Nice.
So Ajax continue their miracle run with a 19-year-old captain.
Wow.
The captain of a team that's in the Final Four, I think.
Final Four now, jeez.
Final Four of the Champions League is our age.
That's crazy.
Or almost our age. Maybe like a year older.
Shout out to him.
Yeah, I can't
Don't
remember
know who it
his
is, but shout out to him.
So yeah, what music do you want to take us out to?
I mean, probably shouldn't overthink this. Let's just play, actually, I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know. Actually, okay, I want to play.
You got to give me the name because I got to get it on the computer.
Oh, jeez. What's the name of the song? I'll search it up. But it's the song that they played yesterday. I'm really liking these Hockey Night in Canada promos that they play.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Before the game.
Whoever does the montages does them really well.
Yeah, we started it off the show today with We Won't Get Fooled Again. They played that
by The Who. We should mention The Who.
Yeah, by The Who. They played that in game 1, and they've been playing it throughout the series. Oh man, I gotta find the song. I can edit this out, so you want to just close it out? Let's just close it out and then.
Well, we gotta have it. We gotta have it go over our voices.
I'm in panic. Okay, you let me find this. You keep talking.
Keep talking. Let's ramble. Have fun, everyone. Have a good summer is the biggest thing to people who are finishing university. Exams are wrapping up within the next 2 weeks. I know I'll be seeing a lot of my buddies for the first time in a few months. Good. Look forward to that. Happy Easter this weekend if you are a Christian. Hope the Easter Bunny brings you lots of chocolate. Hope the Easter Bunny brings a lot of chocolate. Hope you see family, which I think a lot of people don't do enough these days. Happy birthday to my mom, it's her birthday this weekend.
Shout out Jackson Farrow. Happy birthday to him today.
Jackson Farrow, his birthday today, the Finch and the Farrow. I don't know if they're doing any stuff over the summer.
I think they're both doing their separate podcasts.
They have different podcasts?
I think, no, they're going to start them.
Oh, they're doing their own podcast.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, shout out to those guys. You can check them out. I think they have an Instagram, The Finch and the Pharaoh, as well.
I don't know the name of this song.
You can follow me on Twitter at CWG Somerville. SOMERVILLE. You can follow Aiden on Instagram at aiden.syliphant. And you can also follow myself.
Aiden Syliphant, not Dot.
Oh, no Dot? Oh, you're one of the OGs. You got Instagram early. Okay. You can follow me on Instagram at Connor_Somerville. Very original names for both of us. And yeah, it's going to be a good series, hopefully.
Mm-hmm. All right.
What song?
I got the song. It's called All Roads Lead Home. This was the song that they played yesterday. It's in NHL 19. I don't have NHL 19 though, so. But apparently it's a good song.
I thought I recognized that song from NHL 19.
It's a good song. So hopefully it's by this artist, and we'll take you out here on
we'll
SS
take
Podcast.
You out. Thank you for listening. This is a bit of a long one. It was, how long was it? How long are we sitting at? Around?
A minute 10 here.
A minute 10.
A minute 10.
We've been going for a minute 10.
Yeah. I mean, the last half an hour has been a bunch of just random stuff, but yeah.
And you didn't realize what you said, did you? You said a minute 10. as opposed to an hour 10.
An
We've
hour
been going
10.
for an hour 10. If you stuck with us for this entire time, we'll probably end up shorting it down to like maybe an hour if we cut out some of the crap that.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely
no.
no?
I have no time to edit this. It's just going raw.
I can edit it if you.
Yeah,
need.
if you want to edit, sure. Sure, I can send it to you.
Even though I don't know how to.
Sure.
We'll figure something
All
out.
right, I think you guys just don't want to hear us talk anymore, so yeah, we'll just wrap this
second longest episode. Thank you for listening. We will take you out to hopefully the right song, and we will let you know what we're going to do more over the summer once we figure it out. Keep checking out our YouTube channel because we might post random stuff there if we create like random highlight clips or montages or stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for listening to us. Thanks for supporting us this semester. It means a lot having people call in. People just check our stuff out, share it. Thanks a lot, and we will see you next time.
Go, Leafs, go.
That could do it like us with nobody help. When the chips about to fall and I'm back against the wall, no, it's only one place I call. All roads lead home.